Fellow conservative friends, this is Mark Perez. It's Tuesday afternoon, day after Labor Day. It's been a busy Labor Day weekend, busy week last week in campaigning for Marty and other causes, conservative causes, but now it's going to get really busy, really busy. We're now in the peak of the election season. We're in the last 2 months. The last 2 months of this election season, and so many of us have put so much of our effort and time and treasure for the cause of conservatism and liberty, the Constitution, for our various candidates from the presidential to the state and local level. And I want to encourage you to not be weary in well-doing, but to continue this fight and fight harder these last 2 months, because what we're going to do in these next 2 months is going to have a lot to do with what our state is going to look like over the next 4 to 20 years. And, I think of how many of us are, face it, many of us were let down in the presidential primary race. We all have. Most of us have. And many of us have thought, gosh, do my efforts count? Do I count? Do we count? You do count. And I think of Phyllis Schlafly. Great example. She helped defeat the ERA. She ran other political campaigns that were huge underdogs that wound up becoming close because of her work ethic, knocking on doors and all the grassroots work that she generated. And then I think of Mark Malosha, who had won past races while being a huge underdog, but won because he knocked on doors and worked for those last couple of months and knocked on thousands of doors, and he won. And that's what brought him to the point where he's at now. I think of Sam Lowe. Sam Lowe, and many of us, including myself and others who have helped him in his campaign, who handed career liberal Democrat Hans Dunshee his first primary defeat ever in his life. Oh, it makes me feel so good to say that. Oh, go Sam Lowe, yeah. And so I'm very, very excited about what we as conservative grassroots activists can do together. So I really want to encourage all of us to keep fighting and fight strong. And those that have taken a break or don't know what to do, let's get involved right now. Marty McClendon. It comes to now Marty McClendon. Who expected Marty? Who expected Marty to be where he's at now in the race? He's polling within 5 points of liberal Democrat Cyrus Habib after being outspent 600,000 to 28,000. And, even the NRA didn't expect any Republican to win in the primary or advance to the general. And, this is huge. Huge. We're polling within 5. And what's even bigger is that there's 29% of the voting population is undecided. Now, here's what's at stake with the lieutenant governor's race. Now, let's just say Bill Bryant doesn't win. Just for the sake of argument here. Which, by the way, we really got to back him too. Regardless of how we feel, we got to back Bill Bryant. So here's what's at stake with Bill Bryant and Marty McClendon. Let's just say Bill Bryant loses. He's polling about roughly 9 or 10 points behind incumbent Jay Inslee. So let's just say Jay Inslee wins. Now, let's also say that Hillary Clinton wins. Now, that's very possible. That Hillary Clinton will win the presidency. She's still favored right now. So let's just say she wins, right? And by the way, it's very likely she will win before our votes are even tallied up. So let's just say she wins. Well, what Cyrus is hoping for is that she will win, and that she will invite Jay Inslee into her administration to take a high-level position in her administration. Very possible. That's very likely, actually. Well, guess who becomes the governor? That's why Cyrus is running. Now, I've not had this conversation with Marty. Okay, but it came up when I was talking with Kirby over the phone on the radio. And look, Cyrus has bigger aims than lieutenant governor. He wants to be the governor. He wants Jay Inslee to go on and serve Hillary Clinton while he gets elevated to governor, and then he gets to run as an incumbent in 2020. And let us remember, Cyrus Habib wants a carbon tax, an income tax. He's against your Second Amendment rights. Okay? He's very ultra-liberal on the gun issue, your land rights. You know, all our land rights, our religious freedoms, and our gun rights are all under assault by the radical left, which Cyrus Habib represents. He is 41% of his funding comes from out-of-state ultra-liberal organizations. That tells you something right there. 41%. So they've got big plans with him. They want him to be the governor. We don't want him to be the governor. But that is not the only reason to throw our support behind Marty McClendon, which, by the way, we have a great campaign, a great team that's been built and being built right now as we speak, that's growing by the day, almost by the hour. But we need more because there's a lot of work to be done in this statewide race. It's a big state, 6.9 million people, and we need 1.5 million votes for Marty to win. So there's a lot of work that needs to be done for door knocking, sign waving, support for fundraising events, parades, and phone calling and recruiting other volunteers and collaborating with other local campaigns of Republican campaigns in the legislative level and so forth, the county level, city level, and other statewide candidates in various areas around the state. We need help in those areas, and I'm asking, let us please step up. Let us step up these last 2 months. It'll be over before you know it. These last 2 months. Remember the feeling of Marty making it to the general election, how elated we were, and how Sam Lowe handed Hans Dunshee his very first primary defeat. Well, you know, we work together. Thanks to all of you, we will have much to celebrate for in our down ballot races this month. We can make it happen. It's winnable. It's winnable, but it won't be winnable if we don't all work together. So I'm asking you, please, to volunteer for Marty. If you're working for other conservative Republican candidates, to work together with us. Let's all work together for the cause of liberty and the Constitution. Let's put in all our all. We only got 2 months left, folks. 2 months, but you know, if the wrong guy gets in, if Bill Bryant loses and Cyrus Habib wins the lieutenant governorship, we could have a Cyrus Habib governor for the next 20 plus years, 24 years really, so or more. I don't know about you, but that doesn't sound good to me. And for our children and our grandchildren, Washington State is our home, and we need a better future than that. So his policies and his ultra-liberal policies are no good for us. More debt, less freedom with Cyrus, or more freedom and less debt with Marty. Well, we all know who our choice is. And let us show our support for Marty and our other down ballot candidates by giving it our all, and If you've got any questions, anything we can do, contact me, and we'll get you plugged in. And hey, I look forward to working together with you for these next 2 months. Thank you so much. God bless you. Have a wonderful day.